Okay, Stuart with Gear Challenger. We're bumping around in PCA 2023 and just kind of roaming around a little bit. And I bump into this guy. He's wearing a suit that I'd be wearing on a Wednesday. And and look, my ash is still going, so it's a good vibe with this team.
Yes, sir.
Brian?
Yes.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Even
as
though
well.
I just lost Ash.
Yeah.
And your lovely wife.
Thank you. This is Ophelia, my
Ophelia,
wife.
very good. And tell me about yourself and tell me about your association. When did you get started? What prompted you? I already know, but I'm asking you for the guys.
So this is our 5th year in business as the Privada Cigar Club. We're the largest online subscription in the world. We've done a really good job at shining light on the people who actually make cigars, not just the brand names.
Yep.
And so in doing that, we realized that if I'm just being honest, we realized that the offshore conglomerate publicly traded companies that send all of their money overseas and commoditize cigars are doing just that. They're commoditizing cigars. And so what we wanted to do was we wanted to give some power back to the small mom and pop brick and mortar. Okay? So we started the Limited Cigar Association, which a lot of people thought I was nuts. And the reason why they thought I was nuts was because I'm basically giving my customer to local brick and mortar. But I have no problem doing that because I believe that without brick and mortar culture, I don't know what cigars even look like. So it's very important. So what we did was we figured
It'll turn in, I'm going to interrupt real quick because that's what we do. With my guys, our briefings are like a family reunion at an Irish house on Thanksgiving. Everybody turns into a brawl, right? So with that said, you're right. Without that community, this whole thing turns into a bunch of guys sitting on their back porch with a bad scotch in a styrofoam cup, sweltering in the heat.
It's not always that bad, but here's the thing. A lot of my guys were younger cigar smokers. They weren't that comfortable going into brick and mortar. They had a bad experience, whatever. We were a great on-ramp in, and so we're trying to share that back again with these smaller brick and mortar that honestly, as a business person, I look at with sort of a negative outlook as far as like, damn man, the big guys are going to take these guys out. So we're here trying to hold on to every freaking inch of that. And so the way that we do that is once a month we release 2 products that you can't buy anywhere else but in the brick and mortar. I don't even sell it, okay? And so that's what the Limited Cigar Association is. It sells out within a week or 2, and then we do it all again the next month.
Constantly rotating month by month, etc.
All made by the best cigar manufacturers in the world. We got the Kellner family here, Eladio Diaz, AJ Fernandez, Eric Espinosa, Rojas, the list goes on.
Okay, so before we get into some little examples of what you've been doing, favorite adult beverage?
Bourbon.
Bourbon?
Yeah.
Okay, you like it neat? You like it on the rocks? Neat. Or 3 rocks? No more, no less.
Yeah, I could do 2 cubes once in a while.
Like you said,
in Vegas, it's hot out. You want a little refreshing.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Like you said, this will turn into an argument in a second now, brother. So, firearms guy, yes or no?
Yeah, of course.
What's your favorite platform?
Well, I have 2 now of the Mini Roni with Glock 45s in them and a 30-round clip.
If necessary.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is.
Yeah. You know what? My actual favorite everyday carry though is the P365. That's what I carry, and I actually put it next to my bedside now too because grabbing that Roni in the middle of the night is a little bit daunting. So I like to be able to just reach and grab. I keep a flashlight that I can turn on and off, and I'm ready for war, bro.
Yeah, and you can also mount it on that too.
I got a lot of haters out here, so I got to be prepared for this shit.
At least in your dreams, right? The nightmares, they crop up in the middle of the night. Was that real or not? honey, tell me, was that real or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so other than that, you are married, got a family, got children?
I have 1 child, beautiful 5-year-old girl. She's the most amazing thing ever. And we pour all of our energy. I say I do this business about 8 hours a day, and the rest of my time is dedicated to my wife and my child.
Has to be. Has to be. Okay, and where are you out of?
We're out of Orlando, Florida. But you can find us at PrivadaCigarClub.com, and you can find your LCA store locator on PrivadaCigarClub.com.
And your one of your compatriots was Harry over there, that crazy wild guy.
Yeah.
He was he showed me the plastic platform. I really like the way that you've integrated just about everything.
Yeah.
So I don't want to interrupt anybody that's at a table right now, but if we can pan over and you can give me an example of what you're sending out to your members.
So these are the last 12 months of LCA and LCA Plus, okay? And you see, we're right next to the El Septimo booth.
Yeah.
They sell cigars starting at $40. We were able to sell that cigar at $12 because they believe in the program.
Yeah.
Okay. We have the Diver that was made by J.C. Newman. We have the Corporal Napoleon, which was made by Guillermo Pena. I got a lot of AJ Fernandez stuff. He is a big partner in what we do. We also have, we come back here.
Yeah, I'm with Taylor's.
We got off into the Tabadone family, which was Davidoff. These are all the guys that are no longer there anymore. They made us this. We did this. You can look this one up on YouTube. It is a Peruvian puro, and we did a whole 45-minute segment on how this was made in Peru on location. I got more AJ. I got Chico Rivas, my other brother. And then we have some things that are mysteries. This is if you buy X amount of cigars, you get this product. It's called Serpents. It's one of the coolest packaging deals I've ever done, and I'm just a huge fan of this. This is what we call a Super Lancero. It's an 8x38, and it's just very special. And it's only available to people that were in our Black Friday Friends Club and shops that purchased more than 24 boxes today.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful.
I'm not a big sales guy, right? Like hearing all that, it sounds like we're here to sell cigars, but we're not here to sell cigars. We're here to sell a program, and that program bonds us to these shops because I'm a marketing guy. I love to document cigars and cigar manufacturers, and so what the LCA and the Privada Cigar Club really allow me to do is afford a camera team to go with me to meet all the best manufacturers and tell the story of each cigar. And so we're able to do that by getting funding from selling cigars through the LCA.
And by the way, just to shout out, your setup over there is just phenomenal.
I mean, we're one of the busiest booths here. This is our first year, and you know, a lot of the big guys are afraid of us. Mm-hmm. They're afraid of us because of how wild the marketing is. They're afraid of us because I work triple time. That 8 hours that I talk, I can do more in 8 hours than most guys can do in a week.
Well, you've got a real similar vibe to Jonathan Drew.
I'm kind of, if you want the truth, I'm really the updated version of Lou Rothman, who owned JR Cigar at one point. But Jonathan Drew and I, there are so many parallels. I have so much respect for that guy. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have not done a collab yet, but I hear some things are changing, and that may happen.
Well, and things are constantly changing with them. And with Samuel, his former associate, you know, there's constant changes with that company all the time. So, as you know, and we don't need to
he's a wild dude. I love that.
Yeah, he's wacky.
He's opening up a new restaurant in Miami. I can't wait to attend. I think it's like a CBD or THC restaurant. I'll try it out. Try not to have a panic attack while I'm there.
Yeah. Don't carry the cig while you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, listen, Brian. Anything else you'd like to mention?
I just want to mention that it's really important where you're purchasing. I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying you only purchase cigars from Privada Cigar Club or the LCA brick and mortar, but your local brick and mortar is your best bet. And if you're going to purchase cigars online, make sure it's coming from a Privada type that's owned by an American family that's keeping jobs here, that's not investing their money in technology, that will outsource jobs into technology. And this is a handmade product. People should benefit from that, and the people that should benefit from it are the ones that are making the products.
Well, and the locals that are enjoying it and providing it to the locals.
Yes.
And I like that idea because you're right. The younger guys, a lot of younger guys, they go into a brick and mortar cigar lounge and they're intimidated. Like in Southern California, there's some great places in Pasadena and one of them is closed. That was a phenomenal location. But a lot of the younger people, what some of the older guys would call hipsters, they get intimidated by that. They walk in and all of a sudden it's like they just walk into Uncle Guido's restaurant.
So Privada Cigar Club, the actual online Cigar of the Month club, is the best education that you can get on cigars. Each month, those 3 selections come with the story on how they were made, what they were made with, and who made them. Tasting notes, pairing notes. You become a great smoker, and I tell people 6 months to a year in the club, you'll be able to walk into a humidor and know more than most tobacconists do about cigars.
Good. Well, it's outstanding service you're providing, and hopefully making a few shekels at the same time.
I appreciate you.
Okay. You take good care, and we will talk to you sometime soon.
Send me the link.